Professor Floor, what I have here is my Rugby 101 Basics app. Go ahead and click here to get started. On my main page, I have a couple of different pages here. My About, Positions, Passing, Tackling, Scrum, Kicking, Watch Real Matches, and your Assessment tab. About is just going to be a bunch of text about the actual history of the sport you can read up on. Hit back. The first tab is the Positions tab. What this is actually going to do is give you a little bit of a layout on the positions on the field. And each individual page here built into this page is going to provide you with a little bit of information about the position and a picture. And each one is going to have a different picture and a different set of text that actually corresponds to each individual position. Everything going down from the very beginning to the very end, each one incorporates a picture dedicated to that position as well as descriptive text for that position. Going back home, I guess I can knock this out now. It doesn't matter what page you are. Anytime you're on a full page, you hit home, it's always going to bring you right back to where you started. On my next few pages, my Passing, Tackling, Scrum, and Kicking tabs all devoted to individual skills. What that's actually going to do is provide a picture of kind of what you're dealing with, a little bit of descriptive text, and I also have, here is a link of a great resource below. Click below. And there's a nice button here that says Passing Skills. What this one's actually going to do is direct you to a web page. Each one is a little bit different. I tried to stay as many as the same websites as I could, keep everything coherent. But this one is from learnrugby.com. It has a bunch of great information here about different types of passes. So we can hit the back button and go back to our app. Same deal for Tackling and Scrum. It's going to provide a picture, an inline key of text, and then a link to a web page. This one from Better Rugby Coaching offers a bunch of great tips about that particular skill. And the same is going to go for Scrum and Kicking. I'll show you those real quick. Here's the picture, here's the text. All of the text in here I actually wrote on each page. I actually wrote that out myself. I didn't copy and paste from anything. And the same button style applies to this as well. Again, from betterrugbycoaching.com. Kicking, same deal here. Kicking tips. And brings you to this website here, Rugby Kicking. And a bunch of information. One of the pages that I listed in my app as well is one of the best way to learn about the sport if you're new to it. I had this, I don't know if you can see. It says watch real matches. And what I have listed here is the best way to learn rugby is to watch it in action. Here are some links included to see some of the matches online. The content is everywhere. Get out there, learn the sport, and prepare to have fun and gain some friends for life. What these should actually do is these are all links to YouTube pages where you can watch full applications online. Get back to where I needed to be here. Now the very last page is actually going to be called this assessment page. This assessment page is actually a very rough, I would say, general idea of what you would expect a position to play based solely on your height, weight, and your speed. So we'll take a estimate here. So let's say you are 5 feet tall, so you're 60 inches is less than above. Weight, let's say you're 200 pounds. And your 40-meter sprint in seconds is 12 seconds. You click Find Your Position, it'll pop up. Your position should be prop. Now let's say you're actually the exact same weight, the exact same speed, but let's say you're a little bit taller. Let's say you're 5'10", let's say you're 70 inches. It'll automatically change, it'll pop up, it'll say here you are, you should be second row. Okay, now let's make this guy 5'8" again, just as a normal kind of industry average kind of deal going. Let's say you're a little bit lighter, you're 170 pounds. But you're much faster. You can run 40 meters in 7 seconds. Click that, that's going to say Scrum Half. Now kind of keeping on the same deal, let's say you're about the same height, roughly the same speed, but you're a little bit of a bigger guy. Change this over here to 200 pounds. Find my position. It's going to tell you should be a center. Now let's say you're a little guy, let's say you're 5'8" still, but we're going to knock your weight down to 150. And we're going to knock your 40-meter sprint down to 5. It's going to tell you should be a wing. Now these are all supposed to be rough estimates, very rough estimates indeed, because there's a lot more that goes into each position, such as ball handling skills, tackling skills, you name it. So this is just a very, very rough idea, just to give you a very slight idea to maybe what you should be looking at. So we'll hit this home button, right back to where we started. And that's my app.